learning learning something new from the students is just a wonderful thing. Um, and I enjoy working with students, always have. Um, wouldn't change it for the world.
Thank you very much, Vincent. And I'd now like to pass it over to Natalia Varga, our Director of Business Development and Sales for Brazil, who will introduce today's agenda. Welcome, Natalia.
Thank you, Liliana. Então, eu vou passar em português, né? A gente está muito obrigado pela presença de todos no webinar da Notre Dame High School. Hoje a gente conta aqui com a honra do coordenador internacional do Vinci Polaro, o time da 3W nos Estados Unidos, Canadá e Brasil. Nós vamos apresentar em inglês. Vamos mostrar alguns vídeos da escola. Nós vamos fazer uma pequena tradução a cada 5, 6 slides. Caso vocês tenham alguma pergunta, alguma dúvida, por favor, coloque no chat que a gente vai responder. O Vinci Polari vai responder no final. I think, Vinci, do you would like to start the presentation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I'm Vincent Polero. Most of the students call me Mr. Polero, Mr. P. Some cultures I've learned I'm just Polero, which is pretty funny. I don't mind any of the names. I am the director of international students. What's that mean? Basically, while your child is here at Notre Dame, I'm responsible for their well-being. To put simply, I act as their guardian while they are here. So my responsibilities include monitoring their grades and addressing any issues if they're not doing well. Being the contact person when they don't feel well and advising them to see the school nurse, taking them to the doctor if necessary, making everyday decisions in place of the parents, such as signing permission slips or approving sleepovers with American friends. Any major decisions will require me to communicate with you, the parents, or the agency if I cannot get in touch with the parents. Um, I'll contact the parents if needed. You all will have my contact information, which I have highlighted below in WhatsApp. That is my phone number. And you will also have my email, which is also highlighted for you if you wish to take it down. I'm also the person in charge at the dormitory where your child will stay, and the adults who work at the dormitory. Also, in addition to this job, I'm also the director of the middle school for grades 7, 8, and 9 at Notre Dame High School. So this is who we are. It's about a 2-minute video.
Understand our needs, and inspire us to strive to reach our true potential.
We are a family. We attend a Catholic school that provides a safe environment and welcomes students of all beliefs and faiths.
We are a community. As a ministry of the Sisters of Mercy, we reach out to our neighbors to show kindness and compassion. We help our neighbors both locally and in faraway places.
We are academic achievers. We consistently perform above the national standards for college entrance exams, but we are more than a test score. We embrace challenging coursework, we seek opportunities to grow, and apply our knowledge to problem solving.
We are artists and musicians. We have a passion and appreciation for the arts, led by a talented faculty who help us develop our skills and interests, making us shine.
We are a diverse student body. We embrace the wonderful diversity of our student body to create an atmosphere that celebrates our similarities and differences and offers rich learning opportunities.
We are teammates, whether on the field, the court, the bench, the stage, in the classroom, or in the stand. We are united in our support for one another.
We are athletes. We bring out the best in each other to push ourselves further than we ever thought possible.
We are future leaders. We are inquisitive. We are driven to succeed. We are problem solvers.
We are the Crusaders of Notre Dame High School in Elmira, New York. We proudly continue a tradition of excellence that generations before us began.
Before I move on, do you want to take a moment from the first slide of the information?
Ok, então eu vou fazer uma pequena tradução do Miss Polaro, né? Ele falou, então, assim, ele é a pessoa responsável pelos estudantes internacionais na escola. Então, ele, o que o estudante precisar, se ele precisar de alguma ajuda médica, se ele não estiver bem, se ele quiser ir dormir na casa de um amigo americano, viagens, ele é a pessoa de contato. Tá? Ele, junto com a Mônica Santos, que está junto com a gente no webinar, vão estar responsável pelo estudante durante todo o programa. I think you can go ahead, Miss Polaro.
Very good. Thank you. So, our profile at Notre Dame, we're well prepared. 98% of our graduating class of 2003, I'm still waiting to get our updated information, have gone on to attend college, and 2% entered the workforce. So far, from what I'm seeing, those percentages have still held steady. But you could see our SATs for English and mathematics, scores of 607 and 617, and as a composite, combined total of 1223. And our ACTs was about a 21.8, 21.2 for math, 20.4 for reading. Science was 22.6. Composite was an average of 21.6, which is pretty decent from our standings. Looking at our national scores, 85%, 85 exams are taken. 72% scored 3 or higher, which is very good. 3 AP scholars with distinction, which is fantastic. 4 AP scholars with honors, which is wonderful. And we have 4 AP scholars as well, which is very good. So these pictures are actual current pictures of students that I have this year. So our international program. So we're committed to fostering global understanding and awareness. And we're pleased to welcome students in grades 9 through 12 from around the world. Notre Dame offers an on-campus international dormitory residence just steps away from the school. So literally where you see the students walking, literally that is how close the dormitory is to the school. So they do not have a far commute. Building and allowing for full robust experience in the school, in the classroom, with performing of visual arts and in athletics, along with extracurricular opportunities during the time at Notre Dame. Students may select to stay for 1 year or are welcomed for additional years. We have had students in the past come for 3 years. Some students come for 1 semester. We do encourage all of our international students to participate in sports, which helps with making friends here in the United States. Our students here, most of our kids do play sports in the high school, and it is really an excellent way for students to make friends and go and do things. You can move on. Our accommodations. So our international dormitories offer single occupancy furnished rooms with common bathroom. There is high-speed internet throughout the residence. The dormitory housing also includes study rooms, a kitchen, dining room, a laundry room, and a common recreational area. The recreation room is equipped with a large flat-screen TV, video games, air hockey tables, table tennis, which here we call ping pong, and there's an area for students to relax and socialize with friends. The on-campus location makes it easy for students to get involved in student life activities while studying abroad. So if we have a dance, usually dances are held at the school. They don't have to worry about, gosh, how am I getting there? Or anything like that. The dormitory central location, upstate New York, offers wonderful opportunities for occasional planned whole group trips to major cities such as Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and New York City. As you see in that lower left-hand corner, I took over Thanksgiving for us at least on Black Friday. We all went to New York City. 5 of us who stayed behind, who did not go anywhere for the holidays, which was very fun. And the meals, okay? This is not what our kitchen looks like in the picture. Again, several of some of the students that were left behind, we went out for hibachi one night. The international students enjoyed meals together in the student dining room in the evening during the week. Breakfast and lunch are provided in the school cafeteria during the week. Dinner is prepared freshly Sunday through Thursday by a chef. The chef does consider student requests when preparing weekly meals and plans dinner accordingly. Additionally, Friday and Saturday nights, students can order takeout from local recommended restaurants or prepare their own meals. Students have access to snacks in between meals and in the early evening. The chef also does take into account anybody who may have food allergies, which we will all know about. This way, we ensure everybody's safety, which we are very careful about. Athletics. So we take great pride in our athletics programs here at Notre Dame High School. It's been a tradition of excellence. Our athletic teams are known for their competitive standings within our sports leagues. The Interscholastic Athletic Conference, the IAC, which is comprised of 18 schools offering a variety of athletic opportunities. Notre Dame student athletes compete in 19 variety sports with 29 total modified junior, varsity, and varsity squads. Over 70% of our students participate on an athletic team, which is a very large number. Our sports programs is far more than winning than losing. We offer students the opportunity to develop and enhance integrity, sportsmanship, team building skills, self-discipline, and preventative perspective in regards to competition. Athletes are encouraged to do their best both in the classroom and on the court or playing field. We believe that our athletes are students first. They are students first and are proud to have many of our varsity teams achieve New York State Scholar Athlete Team recognition. Coaches at Notre Dame are experienced and in the Mercy tradition. They encourage development, and their players are hard workers, team players, and respectful people. We welcome and encourage students to participate in more than one sport and enjoy a diverse high school experience. With our athletics, it is important to know that school does come first. So if your child is failing 2 classes, they will not participate in athletics, practice, games until they bring their grades up. The grades come first. School comes first in our programs. We do not play around with grades when it comes to athletes. Okay. Some of the sports we offer, and I just listed a few. In the fall, we have cross country, which is your track and field, soccer, girls swimming, American football. In the winter, we have indoor track and basketball. And in the spring, we have softball, baseball, lacrosse, track, tennis, and golf. I don't know as far as who has done their research and who has not. We do have, you might have seen, we have hockey, ice hockey. That is through a complete and different program. Their students come to our school, which is why that is not offered through actually Notre Dame. That is actually offered through another program. Their children who come are actually playing hockey through that program. So if you've heard about hockey, that is completely separate from Notre Dame, if you will.
Thank you, Vincent, so much information. I'm gonna try to do a very brief translation here. Então, né, o Vincent dividiu com a gente que a Notre Dame é uma escola preparatória para a universidade. Então, 98% dos estudantes são aceitos nas universidades. Eles têm as notas do SAT, ACT acima da média nacional, né, com vários estudantes conseguindo bolsa nas universidades. A escola aceita estudantes para semestre e ano letivo, tanto para o fall quanto para janeiro, tá? A escola também comentou muito da participação no esporte, tá? Mencionou que é a maneira mais fácil de fazer amizade nos Estados Unidos é através do esporte. Então, como ele recomenda a palavra para os estudantes internacionais, né? Que está nas fotos que ele dividiu, uma das melhores maneiras é através do esporte, das atividades que a escola oferece. Ele dividiu que a escola oferece passeios, viagens, atividades esporadicamente. Tá? Então, a Notre Dame não é uma board que tem atividades para os estudantes internacionais todo final de semana. Tá? Ela oferece durante o ano letivo. Ele mencionou também sobre as refeições, uma coisa muito importante sempre para o estudante internacional, onde o café da manhã e o almoço é feito na escola. Os jantares são feitos através de um chefe da escola e eles podem restrições ou acomodar preferência dos estudantes. Tá? A escola também tem algumas regras para os dias que os estudantes podem pedir comida fora, tá? Como eles trabalham no conceito de família, então durante a semana eles têm que fazer as refeições através da escola e nos finais de semana eles podem solicitar comidas de outras regiões. Sobre os esportes, eles mencionaram que é uma escola extremamente competitiva, então a escola oferece mais de 18 times de esportes, tá? E eles competem e viajam pelo estado de Nova York competindo, mas ele mencionou que, primeiramente, eles são sempre um estudante. Tá? Então, a escola, né? E nessa mesma linha, ele comentou que para você poder jogar no time da escola, você tem que ter boas notas. Então, os estudantes representam a Notre Dame, e primeiramente através das notas. Aí ele mencionou que os esportes por temporada, então na escola são as temporadas dos esportes de acordo com aí que seria o fall, o outono, o inverno e a primavera. I think you can continue, Vincent.
Okay. In addition to our athletics, we have clubs and extracurricular activities. So our extracurricular activities offer students the opportunity to discover who they are, where their talents may lie, and how they might use their gifts to enrich the lives of others. They are an essential part of the glue that makes an outstanding high school education stick. Through the variety of programs, we encourage students not only to excel academically, but also to explore activities that may become lifelong passions, such as your Climate Crusaders. This is your environmental club, your Credo Club, your Crusader Ambassadors, the Elmira Youth Court, which is through Elmira Youth Court, through Elmira. Your first tech challenge, the first robotics competition. Those of you who may have students who are interested in robotics, our robotics team is phenomenal and continuously growing. Our junior ladies of charity, Mary Leaf, our math league, media club. We now have a National Chinese Honor Society that started up 2 years ago. National Honor Society, Notre Dame Blue Crew, which is our cheering squad. Not necessarily cheerleaders, but when there are games, a whole group will go to games, and we call them the Blue Crews. Our spotlighters, which support and promote our plays and things like that. Our supper club, feeding the hungry, going to maybe soup kitchens to feed the hungry. Quiz League, Rose's Youth Philanthropists, our Joseph workers. They're the workers that will help set things up, our students. And we have student government as well. Oh, I didn't realize I had control. I apologize. Signing up for sports. So when your student gets here, we will get them signed up for sports on our end. Okay. The only thing we need parents to do is make sure that their child had a physical right before they leave to come to Notre Dame High School. That's all that we need to have done. Have a physical right before you leave to come to Notre Dame. Once they get here, we could take care of everything on our end as far as getting them signed up. We have an amazing athletic director that if I don't know what to do, all I got to do is go down to his office and say, hey, I need help. And he's right there, Johnny on the spot, helping me. This is our blue crew right here. Our blue crew. And in all these pictures, there are international students mixed in with our student body, which is absolutely wonderful. Okay. Our school uniforms. You are able to purchase uniforms online through a website, which I have right there for you through foleenterprises.com, and have them shipped to the school to my attention, where I will keep your child's package in my office until he or she arrives. If you choose to use this option, the address you can enter to have your child's uniform delivered to me should be entered as followed. Notre Dame High School, 1400 Maple Avenue, Elmira, New York, 14904. Attention, please put your child's name first and also put my name. This way I know that needs to come to my office. We do have a used uniform closet as well, where your child can get uniform items for $5 a piece. Okay. Our flights and arrivals. Okay. Students should arrive no later than August 31st, 2026. This will give students time to adjust to any time changes and will allow your child and their guidance counselor to sit down together and build their schedule for the semester. This also gives us time to get your child to stores to get anything they may need, such as snacks, toiletries, and so on. Please have your child fly into either Elmira Airport, which is ELM, or Ithaca Airport, ITH, as we will be able to pick your child up at these two airports. It is important you know we cannot pick your child up from JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, Buffalo, or Syracuse airports. In addition to running your children around for their school supplies and things they may need, when your child has their schedule built, I will get a list from their teachers and take them to the store during that week to get anything they may need that I may not have, such as highlighters, binders, papers, pens, pencils, and other items needed. I'll also be the one who takes them to the store to get any personal hygiene items they may need, along with any snacks or laundry detergent that they may need. You can move on. Your packing list. When packing, it's important you remember you don't need to bring a lot of stuff. There are washers and dryers. Bedding. You'll need bedding for a twin size bed. We have pillows for you. You don't have to pack pillows, but you will need bedding for a twin size bed. For the fall and winter, you will need the following: sweatshirts, a warm jacket, gloves, pants, long sleeve shirts, and a hat. For the spring and summer, this is a little bit tricky because here in upstate New York, sometimes it's warm during these months, sometimes it's not. Okay. January to March, it can still be cold. And March can be unpredictable with possibility of snow. April is when the temperatures begin to rise, but expect a lot of rain. From May to June, the weather will be warm, with June being particularly hot. In warmer weather, make sure to include t-shirts, shorts, and other suitable clothing. For your schoolwear, students are expected to wear khaki or navy blue pants or shorts, along with a polo shirt featuring our school logo. Please refer to the provided website for uniform details. Only specific shirt options listed on the website are acceptable. Not just any Notre Dame logo will be sufficient. Medications. If you plan to bring any medications, please inform me about all medications you have, including over-the-counter items like ibuprofen and Tylenol. Any prescription medication must be presented to our nurse, who will assess whether it is classified as a controlled substance in the United States. If it is deemed a controlled substance, we will need to store it accordingly. Cell phones. In New York State, cell phones are not allowed during the school day. Our governor, Kathy Hochul, has enacted a law requiring all schools to have students store their lockers in cell phone lockers. Students must make sure their phones are powered off before placing them in their lockers. Now, if the students don't want to put them in the lockers, they may leave them in their dormitory. Spending money. From what I've learned working with international students, the United States is expensive. I would suggest a minimum of $400 a month. In addition, students are allowed to take an Uber to go to local places. However, to take an Uber, there's a minimum of 2 students needed to go for safety reasons. What I've also learned are Ubers are also like 8 times more expensive than countries like Brazil. This before you start this, do you want to go over what we just talked about? Because this is like a
Yes.
5-minute video.
Yes, Vincent,
Okay.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Very important information.
Thank
Então,
you.
o Vincent dividiu com a gente bastante informações da escola e também da chegada, né? Então, ele mencionou algum dos clubes que a escola oferece. Os clubes, assim como o esporte, fazem partes integrais da escola, da experiência do estudante internacional. Muito recomendável os estudantes participarem. Ele citou, né, os clubes, mas ele deu ênfase no clube de robótica, que é muito forte na escola e que continua crescendo. A escola também tem vários outros clubes de trabalhos voluntários e de liderança, que é recomendável os estudantes participarem. Para se inscrever nos esportes da escola, que ele mencionou anteriormente, que é muito importante, é super recomendável. Nós da 3W também recomendamos que seja avisado com antecedência, tá? Para que os estudantes preencham toda a documentação necessária para eles participarem dos esportes. Tá? Então, isso leva algum tempo. Então, comunicar a 3W e além dos formulários médicos que os estudantes já preenchem, eles precisam de um exame para os esportes, que aqui ele citou como um exame médico para físico. Então, é diferente do formulário que a escola tem da parte médica, eles têm um exame físico para esportes. Então, novamente, muito importante que isso seja feito no Brasil e toda a documentação antes da chegada. Tá? Em relação aos uniformes, ele mencionou que tem que ser comprados com antecedência para ser entregue na escola antes do primeiro dia de aula. Tá? Então, uma vez ele aceito no programa, vai ser passado todas as instruções, tá? A escola também oferece a opção de uniformes usados que tiverem disponíveis na escola com um custo de $5. Chegada, né? Então, falando da Notre Dame, ela fica no estado de Nova York, mas ela fica no meio do estado de Nova York. Então, de carro de Manhattan, né, JFK, LaGuardia, são 4 horas, 4 horas e meia. Então, ele mencionou que eles não pegam os estudantes nos aeroportos próximos a New York City. Então, os aeroportos de chegada são de Elmira ou Ithaca Airport. Então, ele deixou bem claro a informação das chegadas. O que preparar para a chegada, né? ele mencionou que não, os estudantes são responsáveis pelas roupas de cama, e a escola, né, passa também as roupas que eles precisam chegar. Então, essa região dos Estados Unidos, eles têm as 4 estações bem definidas. Então, o estudante tem que trazer a roupa de cada estação ou comprar nos Estados Unidos. Então, mas ao mesmo tempo, ele falou que os estudantes não precisam e não devem trazer muita coisa, porque não comporta no quarto deles. Uma outra informação que ele havia mencionado, que eu não passei, é que na acomodação a escola oferece o quarto individual. Falando de outro ponto super importante, são medicações, tá? Para a escola, toda medicação tem que ser avisada, desde da medicação do remédio para dor de cabeça, para dor de garganta, tem que sempre ser avisado o que o estudante está trazendo com ele. Remédio com prescrição médica tem que ser avisado antes da chegada, na inscrição do programa, tem que vir com o laudo médico e quando o estudante chegar na escola, ele tem que entregar toda a medicação para a enfermaria, para a enfermeira da escola. Então, quem ministra a medicação para os estudantes é a enfermeira e o enfermeiro. Tá? Então, super importante isso em relação à medicação, é levado muito a sério aqui nos Estados Unidos, então é um pouco diferente do Brasil. Então, o estudante não pode ter nenhuma medicação com ele. Falando do uso do celular, tá? O que ele mencionou não é só a regra da escola Notre Dame, mas sim a regra do estado de Nova York. Então, os estudantes não podem estar com o celular no período de aula. Eles têm que deixar no locker room o celular desligado. Então, isso é importante também para os estudantes e para avisar os pais que eles não conseguem se comunicar com os estudantes durante o período da aula. Tá? Em relação a gastos pessoais, o que ele ouve dizer dos estudantes internacionais que os Estados Unidos é um país caro comparado com outras regiões do mundo. Então, ele recomenda que eles tenham aí uma média de US$ 400 para usos pessoais. É comum os estudantes pegarem Uber. A escola tem a regra que tem que ser 2 estudantes indo junto no Uber. E ele mencionou para também os estudantes se organizarem no orçamento, porque muitos comentam, principalmente do Brasil, que o Uber nos Estados Unidos chega a ser até 8 vezes mais caro do que no Brasil. Agora eu acho que ele vai mostrar, vamos mostrar um vídeo, um tour virtual da escola.
I think you just click on it. Just click on the picture, yeah.
I think Vincent, once Nachi is working on the video, we have a couple questions I want to ask you. So maybe
I
you
have
can.
this on my computer if she can't make it work, and I could just share my screen. But go ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Polaro. So they have a questions regarding the weekends.
Okay.
Since you mentioned there is trip, there is activities, but you mentioned that is sporadic. Can you
Yes.
please give more information? How is typically the weekend for the international students, and how often does the school offer those trips or activities for the students?
So the weekends are mainly for the students to go hang out with friends, go do things with friends, and things like that. We don't do things every single weekend. Typically, 3 day weekends, I'll organize something to go do. It's usually like the bigger, longer weekends where I might say, hey, let's go to Rochester or Syracuse or something like that for the day. Usually they're day trips, but it is not often where we're doing something every weekend, um, simply because it's not doable at this point. So mainly because the other reason too is many of the kids play sports. So frequently there are games on the weekends. So not everybody's at the dorm to go and do these things. So when I organize these trips, I have to watch what's happening when and go from there. This year we've had I want to say about 6 or 7 trips that we've done on the longer weekends.
Thank you, Vincent. Então, respondendo sobre as viagens, atividades do final de semana. Então, o Vincent comentou que não são todos os finais de semana que a escola oferece passeios e viagens. Uma das razões é porque muitos dos alunos estão envolvidos com os esportes e as competições em gerais acontecem no final de semana, tá? Em geral, essas viagens que a escola organiza, elas acontecem nos finais de semana mais longos, ou quando tem um feriado, na sexta ou na segunda-feira, em geral são quando as viagens ou atividades organizadas pela escola acontecem. Ele mencionou que é uma média de 6 a 7 por ano. Que em geral, então, o final de semana é o tempo para os estudantes passearem e ficarem com os amigos. Nath, are we ready for the video?
Natalia, the video, I'm not able to reproduce the video. Maybe can Vincent share?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Welcome to Notre Dame. We hope you enjoy the virtual tour of our school in these times of COVID-19. Hospitality is the cornerstone of the Sisters of Mercy, and while we hope you enjoy the virtual tour, we look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Did you get it to play? Did you get it to play?
Yes, it's playing.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
So that was Notre Dame. Absolutely love that school. That is a very family friendly environment. The people I work with are more than just people I work with, they are my family. Um, yeah, I will never leave that school. Absolutely love that place and the students in it.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you for the presentation. Can you just share with us what is the interaction with the Brazilian students, your impression with them regarding the engagement in the school communities,
Yes.
academics, sports,
Mhm.
the experience overall?
So, regardless of whether they're Brazilian or not, I treat each and every single international student like they were my own child. I check on their grades probably biweekly. And if they're failing a class or if their grades are low, I'm calling them into my office to see what's going on and what's happening and why is this happening. I do note, and like I said, I do notify the parents of the agency. If grades don't start coming up, um, they're basically my family when I'm there. I do have a small apartment inside the dormitory because there are nights I do work late, and rather than driving an hour home, I just go and I stay in my small apartment over at the dormitory overnight. Holidays, sometimes we have students who go home for the holidays. They might go back to Spain, Brazil, Italy. If we have a student who doesn't go home, like Easter, for instance, we had 5 students who did not go home. They came to my house for Easter. I will never leave a student alone on the holidays. Absolutely not. And that's even though there's a worker in the dorm, if I had a student there, I will never do that to the student. They deserve a family experience, and that's what they will get, especially around the holidays. However, luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had that experience around Christmas time, so everybody seems to go home for the holidays. um in school they are and even in dormitory they're very respectful. We have, in my opinion, a very good relationship. In school, they will come see me when there's a problem. There are times when I am at the dormitory, I'll play ping pong with them or air hockey, sit and watch a movie and just talk with them. And eh, sometimes not even about school stuff, just about things in general. um and in the dormitory, they will sometimes call me by my first name only because they need downtime. They're kids and I don't always want them on edge. But it's come to the point where they all just call me Polero. They are just amazing people. They are amazing people. They get along very well with my staff. It's just it's an experience that I'm having that I would never give up. That I would never give up in a million years. Just like I said, learning about them, talking to the parents. I had one parent in Brazil reach out to me because her son turned 18, but she knew she wasn't going to be able to get what she wanted to get to him in time. So she reached out to me to help her coordinate his present, which was a lot of fun. Um, and we did that. And, it's a good time. It's nice to be part of things like that and to be able to know I'm stepping in for parents when they're not around and to help them do what I know they can't because they're so far away.
Thank you, Ms. Polaro. We can show how much you care for the students
I
in the.
do. I do. I care a lot for them.
Então, nós vamos abrir agora para perguntas. Por favor, coloquem aqui no chat. E ele dividiu então sobre a experiência, né? Eu perguntei dos alunos brasileiros, mas ele falou que para ele todos os alunos internacionais são iguais e são tratados iguais. E quando eles estão na Notre Dame, é a família dele. São os filhos deles, ele trata, ele cuida, ele conversa, ele é responsável pelos estudantes, mas muitas vezes ele senta com eles, assiste filme, joga ping-pong, o que eles precisarem, o Miss Polaro está disponível. Então vamos ver se a gente tem alguma pergunta. Any questions?
This last slide, it's our commercial that we air here in New York, and I believe other surrounding states. Um, I was a teacher, which as of last year, so I do know how things work in the classroom. But I thought it important that you know that because I wanted you to see me also in the classroom and that I'm not just an administrator working in the dormitories and in the higher level part of the school. So, you want to play that? No volume? Here I am. It's weird that there's no volume.
I can't hear you, Vincent.
But the video.
The video has no volume.
Playing it. Let me check.
We're gonna send the presentation to all the participants and with the video so they can
Yeah.
share. Just make sure we stay under an hour. Vincent, we have one more question here regarding, in your experience, what's usually the biggest challenge for international students when they first arrive?
Missing home. Missing home, not used to American food. I've noticed a lot they're not big into sweets. A lot of sugar free. Um, just getting used to American food because everything for us is so big, whereas other countries, the portions are much smaller. Um, and just different traditions like trick or treating here on Halloween. Our kids thought they were going to go trick or treating after 8 o'clock at night. When we tried to explain, no, you can't go after 8 o'clock. There's a curfew. Because let's be real, in the United States, people are crazy and crazy things have happened. So they had to put a curfew um, for trick or treating. So it's silly things like that. The being away from home and just adjusting to your normal everyday things here in the US and how expensive everything is.
Então, ele respondeu sobre as principais dificuldades para os estudantes internacionais. Ele disse que a alimentação, né, se adaptar à alimentação americana e expectativas, né? Ele mencionou um pouquinho do Halloween, do que os estudantes esperam e de qual que é a realidade. Any other questions?
I see Alberto has a question regarding scholarships. So I haven't seen many cases. A lot of the students went back to their countries, from what I've seen since I've been there, to go back to university. So I don't really have a clear answer for you on that. That's something I could find out from my guidance counselor, who is involved heavily in that, and provide a answer to Natalia when I get back to work tomorrow, and she could answer your question further.
Another question, Vincent, we have here. It's how the students are evaluate regarding their grades on their arrival, or the not the grades or the level of classes they're gonna attend.
So that's all done with Mr. Moore. Students right now we're on a block schedule. So a full-time schedule is, I believe, considered 4 classes. And it's based off of what they've already taken and what their transcripts look like. Everybody's transcript is different and it's on a case-by-case basis. And that is something that our guidance counselor, who specializes in this area, deals with on a daily basis.
Então, ele mencionou aqui que onde os alunos são colocados no níveis das aulas, na parte acadêmica, ele mencionou que é feito estudante por estudante, caso a caso, com a coordenadora acadêmica da escola. I think those are all the questions.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for meeting me and taking the time for me to introduce myself. I really appreciate it. If there's any questions, you have my phone number, you have my email. Please feel free.
I think we have one more, and
Okay.
it just came now. It's regarding the religion at the school, and this is something that these families go to Notre Dame because the religion, or can you also talk about the students that are not Catholic? What's the religion requirement at the school?
There is no religion requirement. We have students of different faith bases at our school. Yes, we are a Catholic school, but we welcome all religions. So it doesn't matter. We have Buddhists in our school right now. Um, I believe we have students who practice Judaism in our school, Hinduism. Yeah, there is no requirement. We welcome everybody, and just because we're a Catholic school does not mean you cannot come. We welcome everybody with arms wide open.
Just to confirm, they have to do a religion class. Do they have,
Theology, yes,
and they have to attend mass once a month?
once a month.
Okay.
But it's just attending mass. The Catholics, we take communion. They do not have to take communion if they are not Catholic. We just ask that they show up to mass and be respectful, and that's all. If we stand, they stand. If we sit, they sit, and so on and so forth. That's all.
Então, ele explicou um pouquinho sobre o processo sobre a religião na escola. Então, eles aceitam estudantes de todas as religiões. Ele mencionou estudantes que praticam outras religiões que estão na escola, tá? Mas sendo uma escola católica, eles têm uma aula de religião e uma missa uma vez por mês. Eles só pedem que os estudantes respeitem, né? E os estudantes que são católicos, aí eles podem, realmente seguir a parte da religião na escola católica.
All right, I think that was the last question. Thank you so much, Vincent and
You're welcome.
Natalia, and thank you all for joining us today. We hope this webinar gave you a clear view of Notre Dame and its programs. Special thanks to Vincent for sharing such a valuable information, and to
Thank
Natalia
you.
for providing translation throughout the session. Thank you once again, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. It was nice seeing you today.
Thank you. Yep. See you later.
Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you.
You too. Good night.
Bye.